Hello everyone, it's Amy and I'm going to take you on a quick tour of my art room. It's all in little sections, so we'll see if we can get it all done. Just to start off, I thought that I would show you this is the beautiful piece of artwork from my great nephew. And there he is with my daughter's horse. And so that's how we enter the art room, with inspiration right off the bat. This other piece here is a piece that my daughter did when she was in high school. And I just, along with all of my crafty items, I do like to just put out knickknacks and things that I like to look at. And I store all of my flowers down below here in a big tin. And I just stuff them up in there, take them apart as I need to. I apologize for the lighting. I don't have the best lighting in my room, but this is just a whole shelf of knickknacks. We've seen that before. A collage that my daughter made me for Mother's Day one year. And just to show you, things go all the way to the ceiling. So that is how I have to store things. And in this cupboard here, I have all of my crayons, markers, tools, paint, large paint like house paint. And that's a corsage that I made for the mother of the bride for my daughter's wedding. It was a wrist corsage. In this cabinet I have papers, small paints, leftover small paints, just miscellaneous. I do have a set of these colored drawers here, and in those colored drawers I keep all of my scrap colored paper. So I have like red and pink and then orange and yellow. That's the front door to our house, which we don't use because we have 3 other doors. So, and that is a CD rack that I just made over so that it would hold things. This is just a pile of stuff. I have all those mops there. I actually bought them for the dowels because a dowel that size is like $10. And I got those mops for 59 cents. And that you see there, that you don't see very well with the cross in the center, that is my 360-degree easel that I made so that when I'm painting I can actually turn 360 degrees as I'm painting. And yeah, this is a CD rack that I made, and what I did was I just made little boxes to fit in here. I apologize for the shadows, but yeah, I just made little boxes like this, and they just fit in where the CDs would have been to make that a little storage spot. And it works really well. I store a lot of the things that I had made for a craft sale in there, and just smaller things, smaller flowers. A pretty card here that I got when we did our challenge last year, and a box full of things to be altered. And then in this cupboard I have all of my wood and naturals, which would be grasses and sticks and that type of thing that I collect. Up in here I have perler beads and all of my twines that are not yarn or things like that. I collect ties. I don't know why. I don't collect them anymore, but I did. And the silk on them I love. This topiary my daughter made last year at Christmas time. And she didn't want it, so she gave it to me. There's a flower that was made by my youngest. Topiary was made by my oldest. That's just a light ball that I made that I took the light out to use for something else, and so it's just sitting there on my copy machine. And in this area, this is where I have buttons and just different tins, old tins that I like to collect in cigar boxes. And this is the spot that I showed you that I was starting to clean out the other day. It has a little walkway to go in here. And this is my copy machine. And just some more flowers that I just kind of grab, and just decorative things. So I have my beads that I got there from Shaz, because Shaz Designs, and I put them in the little teacup. I thought that was appropriate since I used to have my cuppa with her every morning. And then this is a new container that I just made, and I got these drawers at the dollar store. And so I just made this, and I actually did decorate the sides on this one before I put it together. But that I just did that for storage. I like small storage because I like to keep everything separate. That's just a little wire teapot and cups that I got at a thrift store. And oh, those are my aprons for my pottery wheel, which my copy machine is sitting on my light table, and underneath the light table is my pottery wheel. Goes to show how long it's been since I've used it. As we come around here, this is my bay window, which looks out onto my front yard. It's starting to get light out, thank goodness. And then up here I just have some more decorative things that I just like to collect. Little unique things and just put them out to look at. I think when you have pretty things to look at, it really gives you inspiration. That's a shawl that I loved, which is made out of beads. So I hung that up there. And there is my ribbon rack. And a lot of buttons that I keep in spice racks. And I did get my second set of drawers, so those are all there, and that's where I keep all of my ephemera and miscellaneous type things. And down there on the bottom, some more of my little cubby things. And then another one down here on the floor. I do like those. And straight across, I will show you that I did clean my desk. Even though this doesn't look clean, this has all been straightened out, and I know exactly what's what. All the little drawers have been cleaned out. I didn't clean under the desk. That's all still a little bit messy under there. But the only thing I didn't dust yet, but I figured I'd show you as I went. I have this little turntable spice rack that I use to put my Pearl Ex powders on, and mica powders. And there are all of my paints, or some of my paints and brushes. Behind all of that is where my brushes are. And I built that little rack for those so that they would hold it. And we've went through all of this before, so what I have in all of these things. But there's my desk. You can see it. See? Yay. I love to work on a sheet of glass. It doesn't work very well for recording, but it is the easiest thing to work on. You don't have to worry about hot glue. You don't have to worry about anything spilling on it because you can wipe it off, or if you let paint dry on it, you can scrape it off. So, and these are all the same as they were before. I think I might have added maybe an extra bead set there. And that is a surfboard table that my girlfriend and I made for her granddaughter's 18th birthday. She wanted a Hawaiian birthday party, and she said, oh, I had a dream that we had like all the food set out on a surfboard. We said, in Michigan in the winter you're not going to get your hands on a surfboard, so we made one. And this is my back section now. It's just a painting that I've been working on. And here are some more drawers, and in this one I keep more abstract stuff for my abstract art. I keep all of my texture in here. Not even sure what all. Stamp blocks. And in the next one, those are all of my punches, and I do try and punch out the punches and stick them on the outside so that I can see what they are. More mixed media items in those drawers, and paper on the floor. In this cabinet is tools for pottery, and those boxes are all of my woodblock stamps, or some of them. And then this is a beautiful panel that my mom had that I used to make a curtain. And Amazing Grace is my favorite, one of my favorite, actually it's my husband's favorite. And I made that. And then I just have one of the shoe rack clip it ups, and that's how there's my rubber stamps there. And then these are just pearl beads, and then I got the little clips to put on there to hold whatnots. And some more stamps there. My little snowman that I made. And more stamps. This is a one of the video racks. And what I did here was I built 3 tiers of 1-inch styrofoam so that this is sitting on the shelf, the next set is sitting like 1 inch up, the next set is sitting 3 inches up, and then the next set in the back is sitting like 5 inches up, so that you can stack them on those 1-inch pieces of styrofoam and you can see everything. They're not sitting back to back. So it's like stair steps to sit your rubber stamps on like that. And here is all plaster and binder twine packing materials. Here's where I keep my cutters and all of my dies to cut with, and my heavy dies, and more storage, and just some pieces. Those jellyfish glow in the dark. That one has lights in it. That's butterfly coming out of the ocean. It's called Fluid Flight. It's not done yet, and it hasn't been done for probably a year. And then this will be really hard to see. Oh, and the light's going to shine right in our eyes. This is a rack that I got from Kmart when it went out of business, and it's what they use to hold their gift bags. I thought that it was big enough to hold 8x10 paper, but it's not. So I just used those little shelves to hold different odds and ends. But it is kind of cool because it's all these different little sections that you can put things in. I have like my acetate that I cut off of my packaging. This is some burlap ribbon that I made. And the paints that go with the painting I'm working on. Wooden dowels. And then storage down below. But yeah, so this is my art room. This is like one little cubby. I got those when we went to the Bahamas. And I hope that this is not really too shaky, because I really wasn't even paying any attention to that. These are more cigar boxes that I like to collect. I just think they're pretty, and you can use them for storage, although I don't store anything in them. Those are some little fairy wands that I made for the craft show. A spinner. And so this is it. And as we walk out here, that's just one of those over the door shoe rack things that I just keep miscellaneous items in. My ladder to get up high. And then if I go this way, I go into this area. Oh, it's getting so pretty outside. And then this way is my desk. So this room is very large. I think it's 14 by 16. And it's full. So this is what happens when you start very young. I still have my very first painting set from when I started as a child. So when you collect and collect and collect and you don't get rid of anything, this is what happens to you. So you young ones out there, just remember, and you don't do it overnight. These are glass jars that I collect, small game pieces, marbles, all sorts of things like that. And again, there's my front door with my pretty rack that I made, which is also, and if you make things look pretty, it makes it more enjoyable. Even though this is a total mess, I do have things that I like to look at. So, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have an outstanding day, and I sure hope I didn't make this too long to upload. Bye-bye.